How are you? Welcome to TattooNOWTV. This is Ian McKown. He's here with us for our live interview. So what are we doing here? What is TattooNOWTV? It's a video podcast that we're starting up. This is our third pilot. We're going to get it right this time. And we're very lucky that in our different businesses we work with hundreds of different tattooers, connecting clients with fantastic tattooers. And through this, we're able to hear a lot of amazing stories, learn a lot of lessons, and this is our way of bringing it out to the internet world. The show is for you guys, so please send us a feedback, TattooNOW at TattooNOW.com, and thanks for taking time out of your day to watch this. Hopefully it'll be fun. Why don't we get started? So you've been tattooing you started in the Denver area back in...
Yeah, I started 9 years ago. As of Monday, I think it was 9 years. And I had no ambitions towards being a tattooist or a fine artist or anything. I just happened to be someone that was getting tattooed quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And eventually, I had asked one of my tattooers like what it took. I was just sort of curious about tattooing in general. And he kind of laid it out to me, and it sounded kind of interesting. So he said, get some work together if I thought maybe I wanted to do it. And I was able to get a small portfolio of, really, really crappy drawings together. And somehow got the job. And it's been 9 years. Before that I was corporate, so, I was wearing a tie and buttoning my shirts every day. And I'd say now I don't actually own a single button-up shirt, which is good. Huh. And no ties. And nothing's wrong with them, of course, but...
I'm dressing up for this.
Yeah, I'm dressing up as well, I guess. And it's been good. It's been good in a lot of ways beyond just being able to, do what we do, which is really a blessing, to work with people and to like literally, not to put too fine a point on it, to literally, change someone's life in a lot of ways. Because regardless of any impact you may have on their life, they are going to wear this, for the rest of the day. So that's pretty cool.
How the Durb Morrison story started? How long ago when you started tattooing? How'd you get into it?
Okay, I started tattooing. Well, I started getting tattooed when I was 14, and then around 17 is when I actually picked up doing tattooing, myself, and had always done art, and then had a bunch of crazy punk rock friends that it really allowed me to kind of like just tattoo all those guys and learn kind of, I don't know, in a different realm where there wasn't any consequences or anything like that. So I had a lot of trusting friends that knew I'd already done art, and I was, it kind of took a lot of the pressure off of me, like learning to tattoo. And then those guys were going up to a guy named Tim Miller, who learned from Marty Holcomb and things like that in Columbus, and was showing him a lot of my tattoos that I was doing on those guys, and he saw that I had potential. So pretty much he told me right out of high school to come up there and start working for him. And the rest is history. After that, I started working for Tim's Tattoo Studio right out of high school. He sold the studio when I was about 19 years old, and I packed up with a guy named Dean DeKine, and we moved out to California, and that began all my traveling and kind of really, I guess, learning more outside of just the studio that I was in at the time.
It's John Montalvo. John, he goes to Hill City.
Oh, yeah, Jonathan Montalvo. Great guy. That piece is super nice. I like that a lot. Got a traditional edge to it with all the new, with all the tricks and stuff. That looks great.
Well, I think his work, aside from a couple tattooers, like, say, in South Virginia or Virginia, you can really tell his work from just about anybody's out there, and it has... Some of the design elements are just the really strong use of really strong highlights. I mean, they're present on almost every corner of every piece he does. And I can pick it out of a lineup any day. When I come into my newsfeed, I know exactly who did it. And not only that, he almost always chooses to use this sort of like really not a subdued palette, but everything's very close. And then he has something jumping out at you. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's a really cool blend, and it's obviously his work whenever you see it.
Genius. I mean,
yeah.
Bottom line, look at that. I mean, like how things go out of focus there,
Awesome. NickBaxter.com for anybody that doesn't know, they should go immediately there. Yeah. That's awesome. Nick's great. Like when he got into dark side, like, you know, I don't know, 6 months, a year into his tattoo, and everybody was like, where did this guy come from? And he just has been going for it ever since. A real inspiration.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, the way his tattoos look are like his paintings, you know. And another thing about Nick's work is it's very, you know, well thought out, has a lot of meaning behind it, you know. So
well, yeah, I mean,
he's very inspirational. When you look at any of his work, you're wondering what, you know, what's behind it. What's the theory of the piece.
I think another hallmark of his work is he wears a lot of his political beliefs, you know, on his sleeve when it comes to some of the work he approaches and how